Yes! I beat it! I fluked it! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I beat it! Hello, it is time to review Rash and give my experience on it and stuff like that, and like I do with all my streams. So Rash, this is a level that I have a bigger history with than some of my most past extremes. So essentially what happened was I picked up Rash, before I got my new, Basilisk V3 and keyboard Logitech one, and like the day before that, so I kind of learned it, and I was gonna do it as my, like, get used to my new mouse and keyboard situation, but then I got 70, progress was consistent, and then I got 76, and then I was playing it, and I just got worse and worse at the level as time went on, and I got, I died at, I couldn't do the beginning cube consistently, I couldn't do the 19 click at all, really, so I was just like, I'm gonna drop this, I'll come back to it later, when I get used to this stuff more, but for now I'm just gonna keep dormant with the Rash. So I added it to my Cybernetic Crescent ladder, which I haven't finished. I might finish that, but, so, yeah, I kind of dropped it, and then time came to come back to it, and, I did for a bit. I got, like, some smaller runs, and I got, then my hand started being weird, so I took a break from the game from Rash for a bit, again, and then I had to get 42 on it for the roulette, so I did that pretty quickly. It was painful, though. But then, eventually later, I have my new Corsair keyboard, which is a legend. I've had it for 2 months now. And I want to thank my cousin for buying that for me. It's awesome. It's an amazing keyboard. I'd recommend it. It's just too dang expensive. But, it's helped me so much with my skill, and, therefore I came back to Rash a couple weeks ago, and progress went consistent, and, eventually I got 76 again, like, I think Thursday or Friday. 78 on Saturday, 87, yesterday, on the 11th, the morning, and then I beat it on the 11th of July at, 7 o'clock or something. Very odd time. I usually don't beat Extreme Demons at 7 o'clock. It's usually, like, really late during the day, or in the morning. So, yeah, Rash was a very long experience. I want to say that it took me probably 10k attempts or something, mainly because of skill issue, and it's not my level, like, skill-wise, so, but anyway, it's time to review the level. So it starts off fine. The level is, on itself, is a good level. It's just somewhat annoying. There's some parts I don't like in the level that just really took a long time for me to get consistent with. So that kind of brought down my enjoyment for me a lot. Or not really a lot, just semi. Like, the UFO at, it's at like 27. That UFO took a while, but then I figured it out and I got better at it. And I was able to do it at, like, every attempt. And the, like, 19 click, of course, and the blue orb after into the robot was annoying for me. It took a while to get used to that. But otherwise, the pre-drop is fine. Maybe the beginning of, like, the build-up is kind of annoying. But the, like, first half is really consistent, and I was able to make it far a lot. And, then things get kind of fine. Like, the ship at 47 is kind of hard, but it's fun. The level's fun. It's average at worst, but really good at best. So this is like a 7 out of 10 for me. Solid 7 out of 10. Anyways, yeah, I'm getting off track. The robot at 55 is really easy. I consider it a break part. I barely died there. People consider it to be pretty hard, but for me, it wasn't hard at all. I was able to do it pretty much every time I got there. And a little strat I had for the 5064 UFO is where I was able to skip a portal and a spam. And I don't really see anyone do that. So, but yeah, the UFO's fine. The ending is my favorite part of the level. It's really fun to do in runs, and it's very consistent. There's only like 1 or 2 clicks I don't like in the ending. But overall, the level just makes for a fine experience. The only reason why I'd say I kind of didn't enjoy it at first is because I wasn't ready for it. And I just kind of, like, went into it without any thing. I just kind of did it with no. And yes, it's definitely underrated on the demon list. It's below Subsonic, yet I think that Subsonic is much easier than Rash. I think Rash is like on my top 5 currently, or top 6. I don't know that. But it's definitely up there. It's really hard, but I'd recommend it. It's a fun level. I recommend practicing the ending a lot, because that's the hardest part. My experience in terms of luck was fine. I only died at the ending like 5 or 6 times. And it was fine. It was a fine experience. It was above average, and I'm sure that if you have this skill set, it's a good level. I'm just not really good at flow levels, but I don't know what my next extreme will be yet, but I'll decide that. I'll do something big for 50. Not a new hardest though, probably just because I want to get 50 extremes before I go back to school. So yeah, we'll get that, and hopefully we get there. So thanks for watching this video, and we'll see what happens next.